Hello, everyone. Hi, happy Wednesday. Welcome to the special edition of Tea Time with Dr. Iyabo on a Wednesday afternoon. Hi, Dr. Falake. Hi. Special edition of Tea Time with Dr. Iyabo on a Wednesday. Hi, Kelly, with the amazing Kelly Roach, who I have been following for quite some time, and she is just an extraordinary woman, and I'm so glad that she was humble enough and nice enough to honor me to come on my show. You guys, I am excited today. So she's a busy woman. Without further ado, I'm going to bring her on. She's only going to be on with us for 20 to 30 minutes. Bring out your pens, bring out your pads, your notepads, and start making notes, okay? Take down notes. And once Kelly's done, I will stay on to take even more questions. So you guys, just sit back, relax, get your tea, get your scones, and start making notes. And ask us questions, please. Ask as many questions as you can. I hope you've already prepared your questions because she's here with us for some vital 20 to 30 minutes and we have to make use of it. So I'm going to bring Kelly on now. Everybody, welcome to Tea Time with Dr. Iyabo. Thank you for being here. Everybody, welcome. Send this live to your friends and ask them to join us. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Kelly. I hope you can hear me. I can see you, but I think you're frozen. I think you are frozen. Okay, guys, can you guys hear Kelly talking? Because I can see her face, but she's frozen. No. Yeah, your voice is still going in and out. So can you guys, were you able to see and hear her? Were you able to see her? Can you answer both questions? Were you able to see her and hear her? Yeah, okay. Okay, yes, thanks for yeah, I could see her also. Yeah, so Kelly, we could see you, but we couldn't hear you. Okay, let's try again. Okay, guys, let's pray that this works. Let's pray that this works. Let's pray that this works. Okay? Yeah, I know we could see a frozen image. Hi, Kelly. Okay, we can see your beautiful face, but we cannot hear you. Oh, yeah, there you go. Hi. How are you?
I am so good, and thank you so much for having me as a guest today. I'm so excited to be here.
Thank you for taking out the time to join me and my community. Thank you so much. You cannot imagine how much I appreciate that because I know you're busy. I've been following you for quite some time. So without further ado, I think a lot of the people on here already know you. I'm not going to take too much time to tell them about your bio, but
sure.
Kelly Roach is the CEO of the Unstoppable Entrepreneur. And I'm so excited about the new venture she's going into. And I wrote down the name. I can't find my sticky note. The Courageous brand.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're going to have to touch on that before you leave, because as a pediatrician, as an entrepreneur, as a mom of 2 adult kids, well, the other one is about to be an adult. I get exactly what you're trying to do with the Courageous brand. I get it, but welcome. So a lot of the women that follow me are from all over the world. I'm Nigerian American. I'm sure you can tell from my accent. So I've been in the States for 23 years, but a lot of the women who follow me from many African countries like Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, South Africa. I also have, of course, a lot of people who follow me from the US and a lot of people from London in the UK. Because I used to live in London and then now I'm married to an English guy. So, and a lot of them want to make money. It's as
Yeah.
simple as that. They want to make money, and we know that you are a woman who has lived that path, and you're still living that path, and you're that
Yes.
8-figure entrepreneur we all want to be like.
Yes.
So Kelly, tell us a little bit about yourself, why you got into this kind of work, and how can women overcome procrastination?
Yes, yes, definitely. Thank you so much. Well, yeah, I mean, for me, I was working my way up the corporate ladder and I had, almost a decade in Fortune 500 and I was the first person in and the last person out every single day, just hustle, grind, learn, grow,
Yeah.
right? And it was a great experience. I learned so, so much. But, for me, I just got to a point where I wanted to own my own life. I wanted to be able to really make an impact in the world. I wanted to feel like I was in control of my destiny and my future. And so I really just looked at, and this is important for everyone listening, I just looked at what skills did I have and how did I want to make a difference for people and who did I want to make a difference for? Yeah. So I knew I loved coaching people. I knew I loved helping people to be successful. I knew that I was, able to really strategize and help people have success with putting the right plan in place for their business to grow. Mm-hmm. And the people that I really wanted to serve were small business owners. I wanted to be able to change people's lives. I wanted to be the person that helps the everyday mom or the everyday, business leader, community manager, church member. I wanted the everyday person to have a path. Yes. Where entrepreneurial success was available and possible for them. And so that's really been the mission of my life, really looking at how can I spend my time in the most meaningful way to help people to maximize their potential, achieve financial freedom, and live life on their terms. And that's just been my path forward. And I would say to all the women listening, you asked about, overcoming procrastination. A lot of times we procrastinate on our dreams or our big goals or whatever it is because, it feels scary to feel exposed. Right? When you claim your big dream and then you start taking action on it, there's that risk of failure. And we are taught our entire lives that failure is bad. Mm-hmm. Our whole life. In school, we're told failure is bad. In sports, we're told failure is bad. In everything that we've ever done, we've been taught that failure is bad. But when it comes to achieving your big goals and making your big dreams a reality, the only way that you can get enough feedback to achieve your goals and dreams is learning through the feedback of failure. It is failure that provides that feedback to us. So when you procrastinate, you completely cut out all possibility of making your dreams come true because you're not even in the game, right? So we have to release that need to protect ourselves and try to do it the right way the first time or try to have those immediate results that, yes, of course, we all want to have overnight success. It doesn't work that way. No. Right? And I always say every overnight success is 15 years in the making. Yes. So you have to be in it to win it for the long haul. When you see someone post something on Instagram or you see someone share a big success on Facebook or you see someone accomplishing this massive success, you have to realize that they committed to failing over and over and over and over so they could get enough feedback to eventually have that success. And that's the part that we forget about. Yes. We just look at the success and we say, why are they succeeding and why am I not succeeding? Yeah. And we have that fear of making those mistakes, but we have to realize every person that's getting the results that you want, the only difference between them and you is they were willing to risk failure. Yeah. Right? Right. Yeah. So, yeah, I was writing everything down. Guys, did you listen to the keywords? Because for me, I always pick out keywords when wise people are speaking. Kelly is very wise, of course. That's why she's successful, right? And she didn't get wise overnight. She got wise by learning over and over and over and failing and learning from her failures. So in the beginning of her talking, she said she wanted to be in control of her life. She wanted to impact people. And she did that by using her skill set, okay, to change people's lives, okay? Yeah. So control, impact, skill sets, change people's lives. Kelly, yes, everything that you're saying is what I post almost every day, but women hear it every day, but it's still hard for them to step out and take action, okay? Yeah.
So how can we as women help those? Because everything you've said here is what most women want. No matter
Yes.
how, yeah, no matter how all women say, oh, I'm
Yes.
fine with my 9 to 5 job. I love my job. If I really sat down with them for an hour with tea and some musk cones or with a glass of wine, they would probably tell me why they'd like to be a business
Yes.
owner.
Yes.
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 So
Yeah.
how can women get into action? Because they've learned
Yes.
all these things. How can they act?
Yes. The most important thing is to break your goals down into milestones,
Ah,
and then break your milestones down into small actions, small baby steps that you can take each day. The reason why we get so overwhelmed, and the reason why we don't pursue our goals with all of our might and all of our heart and all of our will, is that we get overwhelmed. When you wake up every morning and you see that you're standing at the bottom of Mount Everest, and you're just standing looking up at the top of Mount Everest every day, of course that's going to crush your spirit, and it's going to make you feel that this is impossible. I can't possibly do this. This is too much. It's too hard. It's too far away. But when you wake up in the morning and you say, you know what? Today, I'm going to walk forward 10 steps. I'm going to walk forward 10 steps. I am going to go from point A to point B today. And I'm going to celebrate the fact that I am moving forward on the path to accomplishing my goals and dreams. And if you do that 365 days for 1 year, your entire life will change. Your entire life will change. 10 little baby steps each and every day.
That's wonderful. I love that. So rather than them looking at you and thinking, oh, I'd love to be like Kelly, her beautiful house. I've been looking at your house. I've looked at that picture many times. I told my husband, I'm like, should we go visit Delray Beach sometime and see how it
Oh
goes?
my gosh, you should definitely come visit Delray.
Oh, yeah, I
Absolutely,
need
it's
to.
heaven.
Because
It's heaven on earth.
we love Alice Beach. I'm like, maybe we should go to Delray Beach. I need to look at the distance from Atlanta. But so if
Yes.
people look at you and they look at your life, they don't remember, like you said, all the hard work you've put in. But if they break it down into little steps, they'll understand that they need to start now. Because,
Yes.
so how do we motivate and inspire women not to look for that perfect time to start? Some want to start when their kids are older, some after they get engaged, after they get married, after they lose 10 pounds.
Yes.
Can you tell us about that, Kelly?
Yeah, the most important thing is to remember that the human experience is imperfect. There is no perfect time. There is no better time. The longer you wait, the less likely your goals and dreams will come true, right? So this is really about understanding that we're not getting younger, okay? The moment that you have right now, you're in the best health you're ever going to be. You have the highest energy level that you're ever going to have. You have everything at your fingertips. And every time you say to yourself, oh, it's not a good time, all you're doing is putting another excuse between you and accomplishing your goals and dreams. There is no perfect time, right? And even when you claim that it's the perfect time and you finally commit that you're going to get started, then your subconscious is going to start throwing up all these stories and excuses and all this chaos that makes you start questioning, oh, maybe I can't do this. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe this isn't the right time to do this. And that's where you have to rise up and you have to fight. And you have to remember that you were put here with a purpose. You are here for a reason.
Yes.
There's a mission that's inside your soul.
Yes.
There is a mission inside every one of our souls.
Yes.
And it is unique to us.
Yes.
And that's why it's great if someone looks at someone like you and they want to be successful like you, or they look at someone like me and they want to be successful like me. But that's great, but that's irrelevant. Because there's so much abundance in the world that every single one of us can be unbelievably successful, unbelievably wealthy. There's so much opportunity. But the most important thing, and I remember this quote from when I was building my business and when I was really kind of struggling in the beginning to get it off the ground and to get it growing the way I wanted it to. And, I remember this quote that, you can't compare your chapter 1 to someone's chapter 35.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's what we do.
Yeah.
For me, I run an 8-figure company, but guess what? I've been training like an athlete for my business since I was 21 years old. I worked in a Fortune 500. I was the first person in and the last person out every day for a decade in preparation for the calling that I then answered. And even then, once I got into the world of entrepreneurship, I grinded, I hustled, I was in deep, I was going hard. So when you look at someone and you see the level of success that you want to have, the thing that you have to ask yourself is, are you willing to do what they did to get to where they are? Because it's immense sacrifice. It's not easy. That's why, you know, I see people all the time on Instagram and Facebook that are internet marketing celebrities, you know, talking about, you know, I made $1 million while I was sleeping, or, you know, they have all these crazy, silly, ridiculous nuts that they're talking about. I get on and I say, I work my fucking ass off. Excuse my language.
Because that's the truth.
Because I will always tell the truth. Because I don't want people to say, well, why is it so easy for Kelly? What am I doing wrong that I'm working so hard? I thought I was supposed to be living the laptop lifestyle where I only work 2 hours a day. This must not be meant for me. And I feel so bad for entrepreneurs today because they think that if they're having to work hard to achieve success, that they're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, and I'm so glad you're so real. You see, this is why I love following you, and I love, because I can tell the energy. Even I've never met you in person, but I can tell you're the real deal. No, honestly, because
I hope we do meet in person sometime.
I hope so.
I would like to meet you.
Me too. Same here. Likewise. Honestly, I would. Now, you talked about mission. You talked about purpose. You talked about fighting for those two things. Some women in their 40s don't know what purpose is. I have gotten, believe it or not, I have gotten those questions from women in their 30s and 40s. So Kelly, if we're telling women to find their purpose, can you tell us today what it means?
Yeah. Listen. Our world is so busy. It's so noisy. It's so chaotic. You're listening to the voices and the noise and just the crowding of your mind all day long, every day, that you no longer are in touch with what is inside of you.
Yes.
Purpose is not something out here. Purpose is not something outside of you. Your purpose is when you quiet yourself, when you tune out the noise of the world, when you release the burdens and the struggles of the past, and when you really listen and ask yourself, who am I being called to be in this world? Who am I called to serve in this world? Who am I being called to show up as in this world? It is there. The answer is inside of all of us. It's just we don't get quiet for long enough to listen, right?
Yes. So the purpose and the mission are kind of intertwined, right? They are. What would you say to the woman who says, I hear you, Kelly. Okay, I hear you. I know about purpose and mission and all of that, but I don't know how to get there. I don't even have any money. You know, so if I were to hire you or Dr. Iyabo as a coach, I don't have any money and I don't even know how to figure out my purpose. I have a 9-to-5 job. That's how I'm surviving now. I don't know what my gifts. Some women don't know what their gifts are, and you have to use your gifts. So what, because I hear that every day. So I want to hear how you answer that question.
Yeah, definitely. And thank you so much. I see some beautiful, beautiful comments coming in. You have such a beautiful audience here. And kudos to you, because it shows the culture that you've created on your channel here.
Thank you.
You know, so what I would say is there's an intersection of, you know, what is that thing that you truly feel a sense of enjoyment and happiness and fulfillment doing? Right? And what is that thing that people oftentimes come to you for, you know, that they want help with, or that you're the go-to person for, that everybody always thinks of you for? And if you don't know, go ask your family, go ask your friends, go ask your colleagues, you know, what are the strengths that you think that I'm the best at? What are the things that when you think of me, when you hear my name, what do you think of? Right? Ask yourself, what would you enjoy if you could do anything in the world? What would you enjoy spending 8 hours a day doing? right? These are the questions to ask ourselves. So, you know, I would say talk to family, talk to friends, talk to colleagues, look at what you're naturally drawn to. For me, I love helping people be successful. I love helping people get a roadmap for business success. That is what I would honestly want to do all day long, every day, even if I wasn't getting paid, because it's fun for me.
It
I love the
is.
problem solving. I
Yes.
love the problem solving. I love the light that comes in people's eyes when they see it and they get it and they're like, oh my gosh, yes, I see it now, right? And so I think the big thing is, you know, what do we need to quiet down to listen to? How do we refocus on what lights you up and what brings you happiness? You know, talk to the people that know you best and can say, you're the person I always come to for this, or you're the person I always go to for that, right?
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Thanks for that, because that brings a lot of light into it. And are you okay for another 9 to 10 minutes? I want to be respectful
Yes.
of your time. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So now again in my community, and then they've heard me say this over and over as like a broken record, a lot of women, a lot. And I've been there because I was divorced for 10 years. I had my times where I was lonely, but I never took my focus off my vision and my mission. Okay. There are many women who are so focused. There's nothing bad about it. I just think they have their priorities wrong. Focused on finding that man. That man,
Yeah.
you know, society, if you're a single woman or a divorced woman all over the world, it's not only African, even in the US, if
Yeah.
you're that single divorced woman, you're looked at as you're probably not good enough. So women are so focused on finding that man and being paired up and being married. How do you help them figure out that? What do you say to those women? Because a lot of them let their purpose just lay to the side.
Yeah. Yeah. The big thing to remember just in life in general is in relationships, you know, you're not looking for someone to complete you. You're already complete. And if you're pursuing a relationship because something is lacking in your life or because you don't feel whole in what your life looks like, seek first to find that sense of completion within yourself, because otherwise, even if you find a wonderful man or even if you find a wonderful person to be in a relationship with, you're going to be unhappy and disappointed because you're going to think that they're going to fill a gap that they can't fill for you. They cannot complete you. One person does not complete another. You are whole already. And then being with that person, they should be your equal, your opposite, your enhancement, you know, your lover, your best friend, and they should add to what you already are. But you shouldn't be seeking them to fill a void that another human can't fill for you. You have to find that completion in you,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for that. Guys, you find the completion in yourself. That husband is not going to help you solve the emptiness that you have in your life, okay?
Yeah.
Do you guys have any questions for, we're rounding up with Kelly, so if you guys have any questions, type them now because she's going to leave soon. Imposter syndrome. I'm not good enough, even though I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I have a bachelor's degree, I have all this life wisdom. Dr. Iyabo, but I'm not good enough. I can't have that business. What do you say to those women who just feel they can't do what you and I are doing because they're not good enough?
Yeah. Well, I would say that it's not about you. And I really want everyone that's watching this today to think about that. It's not about us, right? It's about the lives that we can change. It's about the people that we can impact. It's about the ways that we can be of service to the world. So you have to ask yourself, not am I good enough, but how can I be good enough in the way that I use the gifts that I've already been given. Each of us have been given gifts, and we're intended to use those gifts. And so it is such a horrible thing to think that any one of us would take those gifts that we've been given and not utilize them. We're all called to be of service. We're one human family. My foundation, my charitable foundation, is called the Human Family Foundation. We are one human family.
Yes.
We are all called to serve. We are all called to give. So when you're having that moment of anxiety and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. I don't feel worthy. I don't feel good enough. I don't feel like I don't know where to get started. I'm not, I'm not confident on camera. I'm not confident to reach out to people. Stop thinking about yourself. Start thinking about the lives that you want to change. Start thinking about the people that you want to impact. And all of a sudden that will fade away, because you'll realize we are all just instruments, right? Let those gifts come through you. That's what I would say.
I'm getting goosebumps as you're saying that, and everybody agrees. So good, good perspective. That is wonderful. I need to write that down in my journal. Iyabo, it's not about you. Maybe that will get me to 8 figures.
You know what? It got me there.
Maybe
I mean, there is nothing, let me tell you something. There is nothing in my background and nothing about my upbringing and nothing about where I came from. I was on the free lunch line. Okay. So there was nothing that said I was going to be an 8-figure business owner, but I believe I have a calling. And every day I wake up and I answer that call. And some days I'm really excited and I'm flying high and things are good. And other days, not so much.
Yeah.
There's high highs and there are low lows of entrepreneurship. But when you believe that you have a calling, you wake up, you get up, and you serve every single day. Not just when you feel like it, not just when you're feeling confident, not just when you're riding high because things are going well, right?
And you love it, so you want to get up and do it. And you don't burn out from that kind of job. If you're doing your job with in your true purpose, you don't burn out. Okay, so Kelly, I'm so curious to know about the Courageous brand. Tell us what can you share what that is? Because that seems like something I'd love to know about. So what is it about?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, a couple of years ago, I formed the Courageous brand with one of my best girlfriends of over 20 years. And our mission and our vision is to really impact the next generation by equipping them with the skills, the learnings, the belief, the self-awareness, the communication skills, the leadership skills, all the things that you don't learn in school. Because we looked at girls and we said, it's that belief in themselves. It's that worthiness. It is that trust in themselves, right? It's really it's really about empowering the next generation with the skills that they really need to navigate this world that we live in today. And that's really what the Courageous brand is all about. So we have the Academy, that is an educational program for young girls that is really about teaching them how to build courage, how to build confidence, how to become a leader, how to understand how to communicate. And these are the things that Amy and I believe are the actual essentials of life versus these things that we get taught in school. And that's not to say there's nothing bad or wrong with school, but it's not everything. Okay?
Yes, honestly, Kelly, I just love you. I love what you stand for. Everybody's saying it here. Shay Williams says, thank you, Kelly, for this. Your delivery is amazing. She says you're so inspirational, not like some people. Everybody just loves what you're doing. I would love to be a speaker or something or involved with your Courageous brand at some point.
Yes. Oh my gosh, we would love to have you as a guest speaker for the Courageous brand. That would be amazing.
Honestly, I would love to do that. I'm asking you guys, I'm not shy about these things. As a pediatrician and as a mother,
love to have you.
I would love to speak on that because I believe it so much that we don't learn what we need in school. We do not.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Kelly. I think people were just busy listening to you. We didn't get any questions, but thank you so much. I want to be respectful of your time because Carla told me, your assistant, she said 20 to 30 minutes, and I said, I'm telling you, I'm going to keep by the time. So thank you so much. Thank you.
You are wonderful. I really enjoyed this conversation and I would love to do it again sometime.
Yes.
So let's keep in touch and we'll get you on for the Courageous brand. And to everyone listening, I hope you have a beautiful day. Keep fighting the good fight. Remember your why and remember just 10 baby steps each day. Okay.
Thank you, Kelly. Have a wonderful day. God bless you.
Take care.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Bye. So guys, I'm going to stay on here and we're going to go over everything that Kelly told us because I was making notes. Wasn't that fantastic, guys? Wasn't that amazing? Wasn't it amazing? You know, when you talk about courage and confidence, and you talk about somebody who's humble at the same time, I just love those traits. I love it when people are confident, they know their stuff, and they're humble, and they have a heart of service. And guys, honestly, this is where success starts from. That is how you're going to be successful, right? You heard Kelly. I say it all the time too. It's about purpose. It's about living in your mission. It's about using your skill set, right? The skill sets that God gave you, your gifts and talents. Thanks, guys. I've been looking forward to this. And I learned something. I learned it is not about me. So I'm going to write that in my journal, and I'm going to keep pushing towards that, because now I know and I believe that I have to keep doing what I'm doing, because I've always had a heart of service, and it's this heart of service I have that has led me to doing well and getting to 7 figures. And I know that if I continue serving and knowing that my life is not about me, it's about every woman who's on this live, it's about every woman who's going to watch the replay, then that's where it's going to come from, right? Yes. So all the keywords, I'm going to go through them with you. She talked about being in control of her life, impacting people, using her skill sets to change people's lives. She said that women are scared of failing, right? They're scared of being exposed. That is so true. Isn't that so true? Women are scared of being exposed because we're too scared of, oh, what if I start this business? And people, first of all, we're too scared of thinking, people are going to laugh at me and say, what kind of business is this? I'm not some big CEO in some Fortune 500 company, right? If you want to start a business selling blouses or selling hair, you may think, oh, somebody's going to laugh at me. You know, we're scared of people judging what we're doing. We're also scared of failing in what we do. So rather than failing and learning from our failures, we just stay in a mediocre life, right? So she said, and I love the word she used, we're scared of being exposed, right? Isn't that so true, ladies? We are. Honestly, that is the problem with a lot of women out there. A lot of the women who follow me, that is the problem. We're just so concerned about what people think. These people that don't even live in your house, you're getting so, so concerned about what they're going to think rather than focusing on the lives that are out there that need you to change their lives, right? So those were some of the words she said in the beginning. Then she talked about abundance. I love that word abundance, because abundance doesn't mean money. Abundance, just for me at least, this is the way I look at abundance. Abundance is that God has given us everything we need to live in our purpose, to live out our mission, to make other people's lives better. And during that process, we get everything we need for our lives as well. That is the way I look at abundance. So I hope you guys, even if you didn't make notes during the session with her, I hope you're making notes now, because I'm a keyword person. When people are talking, I write down the keywords that touch me. So abundance, exposed was one keyword that I wrote down. Abundance was another word. And abundance, thank you, love. Yay, Dr. Jumoke bought a badge. Dr. Jumoke bought a badge. Who else is going to buy a badge today? You guys haven't bought badges for a while. Thank you, Dr. Jumoke. But honestly, abundance to me is understanding that there's so much out there. All the resources you already need are there for you to be able to live in your purpose. And what's purpose? Kelly said it. It's service. It's service to other people. It's making other people's lives better. It's solving a problem in the world, right? If you're still worried about getting exposed, you know what that means? That means you are just wrapped around your own life. It is not about you, right? She talked about quiet time. How many times do I talk about quiet time, guys? How many times do I talk about quiet time? Hustle and bustle, back and forth, crazy lives, chaotic life. You know, how many times do I talk about quiet time? Who on here schedules quiet time? Please ask that question. You know that I'm going to ask you a question. I cannot have a live without asking a question. Who on this live, and please let's be honest with each other, who on this live actually schedules quiet time for themselves? Who says that every day in the morning, even if you don't write it down in your diary or in your notes, do you tell yourself in the morning every day that I have to have some quiet time today where I can just be by myself, get with my thoughts, at least 15 minutes at the minimum. At the minimum, if you can do an hour, then you're doing really well. Dr. Jumoke says yes. Dr. Folake says yes. Lebs for, I think, says yes. Yes. So 3 people have said yes. There's more than 3 people on this live. So if you don't, yeah, Dr. Jumoke says quiet time is my download time. Keandra says yes. Very good. Keandra, I'm glad you do that. Quiet time is essential for success. Okay? Quiet time is essential for success. Okay, Sarah, I think I'm that fit mom. I think your name is Sarah, right? That is good. Patricia says yes, but not consistently. Good. I'm glad you're truthful, Patricia. I have just started to do so around 5 a.m. Very good. Okay, Virginia, make sure you're sleeping 8 hours though. You know I'm going to say that. If your quiet time is at 5 a.m., I hope you're sleeping 8 hours. Don't skimp on your sleep to have quiet time. So that's not good. So make sure you sleep 8 hours, get up at 5 a.m. and you can have your quiet time. But quiet time is important. And for the moms out there who have little kids who are like Dr. Iyabo, it's because your kids are adults. Look, I've had quiet time my whole life. Even when my kids were babies, it wasn't that easy. It wasn't easy, but I still had my quiet time. I still did. It is very, very important to have quiet time. So she talked about that as well. Then, of course, you knew that I was going to Virginia. Yes, keep trying. Yeah, keep trying to get that 8 hours sleep in there. Sleep is something you have to train yourself to do. Go to bed at the same time. Sleep likes routine, okay? Go to bed at the same time every night. Just like, what's it called? So you have to train your brain to know when it's sleep time and when it's wake up time. If you're going to bed at different times every night, you're not going to be able to get 8 hours in. So sleep likes routine. Sleep needs routine. So make sure you go to bed around the same time, plus or minus 30 minutes. So you don't want to go to bed at 9 p.m. tonight and then at midnight tomorrow and then at 1 a.m. the next day. No, no. You want to have a routine for that. And you guys know that I wasn't going to finish. I wasn't going to finish without asking about my lovely women out there who are looking for men. I say this because I get those messages. I'm not making it up. And I want to help those women. So I wanted to get Kelly's perspective. And you heard what Kelly said, right? You heard it. You cannot, nobody can complete you. So if your life is empty and you're looking for a man to come and fill up that void, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. That marriage is not, that relationship is not going to do well. That marriage is not going to do well because you are responsible for your life. Your husband isn't responsible for your life. Thank you, Dr. Folake. Oh yeah, I'm on a roll today. People are buying badges. Thanks, ladies. Thank you. God bless you. But you ladies, you have to understand this, okay? And I hope the more and more you hear it from me, the more you hear it from the guests that I bring on, you will get it, okay? I've said it many times. If you're feeling empty, okay? If you're feeling empty, if you're feeling like your life isn't the way it should be, and you think it's because you're not married, I will actually tell you that you're not ready to get married, okay? If you're not happy with your life, you feel a void in your life, you feel like you're not a complete woman, but once you get that man, you'll be okay. I'm asking you now that if that is you, if you're on this live or you're watching the replay on YouTube, if you're feeling sad and depressed that you don't have a man in your life now and your life isn't doing well, stop dating. Yes, I said it. Stop dating. You know why you should stop dating? Because you have to figure out yourself and your life first. Because if you go into that marriage with a void in your life and you expect your husband to make you happy and to fill that void, it's going to end badly. It's going to end badly because nobody's responsible for anybody. You are responsible for your life with God's help. Okay? You are responsible for your life with God's help. And if two people who are on the path of being aware of who they are, I'm not saying anybody is perfect, but if two people who are aware of who they are and they're quite happy in their lives, they don't feel a void in their lives, if they come together, they have happy lives, they support each other, they have a partnership. So too many women get it wrong. And this is why I keep on echoing and repeating myself in all my lives and in all the videos I do on YouTube, that what you should be desperate about, okay, is your purpose in life. If you're desperate for a man, you're going to attract the wrong man. You will get them. If you're desperate for a man, oh, trust me, you'll get lots of men. You'll get lots of men. Are they going to be good men for you? Probably not. Or actually, you may even attract a good man who will smell from a distance that you're desperate. And I'm sorry I call him good, but you are the one who put yourself in that position. He will use you. He'll have you, for sex and whatever, and he'll dump you. He will not get married to you. He's not going to propose to you if he smells that you're desperate for a woman and you have all this void in your life. He may just have some fun sex and have some fun company. And this is why you guys wonder why men ghost you or why they go missing. That's one of the reasons, because he didn't intend to make you his life partner. He just wanted to have fun while he waits for his life partner. And you put yourself in that position. Why? Because you are desperate. And any wise person can smell out a desperate woman, okay? So, I'm glad that Kelly said that. Seek to find the completeness in yourself is what Kelly Roach said. I hope you wrote that down, okay? She said it. She said, nobody can complete you. You seek first to complete yourself. You're already whole as you are. So you figure that out first and stop waiting and looking for a man with the house and the nice this and the nice that and the nice that. How about you buy your own house? How about you buy your own clothes and work and do things and serve the people that God has called you to serve? How about you do that while you're waiting for the good man? It's while you're doing that. It's while you, Dr. Jumoke, and I say this every day. The people who come on I sound like a broken record. I say this every day, but it's coming into your consciousness because you get it, Dr. Jumoke. You get it. So Kelly said that, right? I hope we all wrote that down. You guys can ask me questions. I'm happy to take your questions. And then she talked about small steps. This is also very important for those women out there who look at me, who look at Kelly, who look at Dr. Jumoke, Dr. Folake, all of these people in their lives who are doing what they should be doing. And they say, oh, it's just because they're doctors. It's because Dr. Jumoke is a doctor. It's because Kelly has 8 figures. I'm sure people say that to Kelly. Oh, you can say that. It's because you have 8 figures. They don't remember that she walked on a path to get to the 8 figures. Women will find excuses for you. And I loved what she said with that. Remember, right? She said, take small steps. Sorry, guys. If you're in Atlanta, you know how bad the allergies are. She said, take small steps. Okay? She said, break your goals into milestones. Then break those down into small steps. Okay? So women, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're saying, oh, Dr. Iyabo says she's a 7-figure earner, it's because she's a doctor. That is just going to be too hard for me. I can't get there. No. Honest. I'm not sure if you understand how powerful that statement is. Virginia, which statement? Which statement? Oh, yeah, Dr. Folake, Atlanta is like yellow everywhere. When I saw the rain today, I was so happy that the rain will wash off the pollen because I am just a walking allergy person. I'm allergic to every tree and every grass. Virginia, which statement did you say? But yeah, so this was another gem she dropped, right? She said we should break our big goals into milestones. So for the ladies out there who say, oh, I want to start a business like Kelly, or I want to start a business like Dr. Iyabo, well, break it down into small steps. Write your business plan. Find a name. Oh yeah, the only thing you should be desperate about is your purpose. Yes, that is the only thing you should be desperate about. And like Kelly said, break it down. So let's say you want to start a business. Have you written a business plan? Have you thought of a name for your business, right? Have you figured out what you're passionate about and the skill sets you have? Like Kelly said, she told you, she said she likes to solve problems. She likes to help people realize their goals. This is why I was drawn to her because, you know, she's like me on the other side of the, you know, I guess, America. What am I saying? But if you know that you like to make people achieve their goals, then you should be a coach. If you like to teach, if you like to coach, and you like to teach women about entrepreneurship, because you are already an entrepreneur, then that's what you should be doing. I've said this over and over, right? Break your goals into small steps. After you write your business plan, after you choose a name for your business, do you know how to start a business? Okay? Do you know how to start a business? If you don't, I'm not going to say all this out here because that's what I teach in my coaching, right? But business plan, name of the business. Do you know how to start a business? You don't? Hello? You need a business coach. I forgot to ask Kelly. I was going to ask her how much coaching she got before she was able to get to 8 figures. I'm sure if I asked her that question, she would tell us how much coaching she got herself. So if you don't know how to walk the path, then you hire a coach who can help you get there, whatever it is your goals are. And then you break it down into small steps and you celebrate every win that you have, right? And she also used another keyword. She said you have to fight. You have to fight for what you want. Fight is another keyword. Are you getting all her keywords? Abundance, purpose, mission, quiet time. You complete yourself. I guess that's a phrase. Fight. I wrote down fight and I circled it. You have to fight for what you want. The way that I'm sitting here today, being able to do this live with you, because this is work for me. These lives that I do is work. I don't get any direct money from it, but I do get indirect money from it because every time I do a live, somebody watches it, they ask about my coaching, they want to sign up for my coaching, or they want to buy my book, or they're asking if I can speak at an event. You know, all sorts of opportunities come from this. But I also have a business that is running itself as I'm speaking. Running itself? No, since I woke up this morning, I've had to do a lot of admin work on my laptop, speak to my staff and get everything done, right? So you talk to somebody who has created income streams, who has created a 6-figure or 7-figure business or 8-figure business. I am following Kelly because I am looking for my 8-figure milestone, right? You have to follow people who have what you're looking for so that you can see what they are doing to get there. And if you can't get it enough from just watching them, you have to hire them, right? You have to hire them and get it done. So you break your goals down into small steps and you fight for what you want. How many people on here are fighting for their goals? How many people? Let's type yes or no. Do you know what fight, as you're thinking about it, let me explain to you what fighting for your goals means, okay? Okay, let me explain it to you. It means, listen to me carefully. It means that regardless of any setbacks, regardless of what people are telling you to do or not to do, okay, regardless of the people in your world that are holding you back with negativity and toxicity, regardless of all the lies in the world about how women can do this, Black women can do that. If you're in Nigeria, you can do it. If you're in Ghana, you can do it. If you're in Asia, you can do it. The government will stop you, that person, all the lies out there. Regardless of all of those, you push them aside, okay? And you connect with the passion within you, the truth within you, which is what? What's that truth? That God placed you on this earth for a mission, for a purpose, okay? Not only for your husband and kids. No, that's not the only point. Yes, that's part of your purpose. Don't get me wrong. You should be a good mother and a good wife if you're married, right? You should set a good example and you should try to have peace and harmony in your home. But that is not your full purpose. It's not. And this is why, again, respectfully, this is why I don't encourage stay-at-home momming. I call it momming as a verb. Kudos to all the stay-home moms. But if you're thinking about it and you haven't done it yet, take some time, some quiet time to think about being a stay-home mom, because I don't know any stay-home mom. I don't. If you guys do, tell me. I don't know any stay-home mom who decided to be stay-home in their 20s and 30s, and when they got to their 40s, 50s, they were happy about their decision. I don't know any. All the ones I know in their 40s and 50s, they have regrets that they did it. That, again, if you know of any, that's good. But who on here, okay, I'm going to end soon because I only want to do this for an hour. And if you have questions, this is a good time to ask me. I'm going to log off at 1 o'clock. But who on here right now, be honest with yourself. Who on here is fighting for their goals? Who on here is fighting for your goals? If you're fighting for your goals, I've told you what that means. You're overlooking every lie, every obstruction, every body that wants to stop you from your goal. You're overlooking all of those. You're pushing them aside and you're setting your eye, your vision, your goal in front of you to where you're going. Okay? Who on here is fighting for their goals? Nobody has answered me. I would like a yes. I would like a no. I would like a not yet, but I'm going to start. This is the way you're going to help yourself get on the right path. So tell me the truth. If you're not fighting for that goal you have, you can say no. Elizabeth Bliss says, you're absolutely now. I was not a stay-at-home mom, still have regrets. Now I'm fighting. Thank you, Elizabeth. God bless you. Thank you, Elizabeth, because, you know, you have to listen to people who are wise. And I do see some women on social media who post and say they're about to be stay-home moms. They're obviously in their 20s, I think early 30s. And I don't want to say anything, but I hope that they will get to start watching my videos and they'll think about it because it's very attractive in your 20s and 30s. I thought about it. I'm telling you the truth. There was a time when I was so stressed out and burnt out in my 30s. I actually started to consider just dropping all the work and just staying home with my 2 kids. I'm glad that I quickly came back to my senses. It's very attractive in your 20s and 30s because you have so much going on. But when you get to your 40s and 50s, when the kids are gone, you know, and then you look at your CV, your resume is completely empty. All you have on there is bachelor's degree from Duke University, but you don't have any work history. The last 20 years, your work history is 0, and you're 45 years old or 50. Nobody's going to hire you. Nobody's going to hire you at 45 or 50 with a completely blank resume, even if your degree is from Stanford or from Harvard. They're not going to hire you as a woman who is 45 or 50 years old and you've had no work history. They're not going to hire you. And then you probably at that, and what happens is, yes, it's a good time to start your business. You can start a business at any age. You can start a business at 40, 50, 60, 70. Yeah, you can, because a business is your business. But the problem is, at that age, if you've always been a stay-home mom, your confidence level is probably going to be low. And if you don't have a certain degree of confidence, you cannot be a successful entrepreneur. So that is where the missing link is. That is where it is. So Elizabeth, I'm glad that you were open with us, telling us the truth, that you were a stay-home mom and you have regrets and now you're fighting. So this is why I posted the post I posted this morning. I always like writing stories for 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds to kind of read and connect with in a practical way. That the time to start your business is in your 20s and in your 30s. In fact, the post I posted today, I said, start, you can juggle around with paid jobs in your 20s, but by the time you're in your 30s, that is the time to start setting up that business, okay? Even if you don't want to leave your job full-time, you can work in your job part-time, but you have to. Oh, Elizabeth, oh, I see, okay. So, you were not a stay-home mom. So you see, in fact, I love that story. So Elizabeth is saying she was not a stay-home mom. She did work, but she put herself on the back burner. There's so many women who do that. So many women who do what Elizabeth is saying. But now she realizes it, but it's never too late to have balance. I have my contacts on. I can't see your face in this small, tiny thing. But you look like maybe you're in your early 30s. Yeah. So you look like you're in your early 30s. So it's never too late, women. Somebody messaged me today and said, I'm 33. Is that too late to start a business? I said, no, of course not. Of course not. 33 is a very good age to start your business. That's when I started my business. In your 20s, it's fine if you want to shop around and work for this company, work for that company. By your 30s, it's fine if you don't want to leave your paid job completely, but I would advise you by your 30s, cut back to part-time and start looking for what your creative gifts and talents are, what your skill set is, and start fighting to serve people, to change people's lives with that skill set from your 30s. Yeah. So that by your 40s, 50s, all you're doing is managing, creating more income streams, managing your businesses from the top here, creating more income streams, doing a lot of other things you love, still being a philanthropist, traveling, changing lives, being able to donate, create charities, create organizations that you want to do to help people. Okay? So let me see, Susan, what's your question? Let me read it. Oh, okay. You may have come in late. You said, what are your thoughts around women whose whole world revolves around their husband? They can't function independently. So are you saying that the woman cannot function independently of her husband? or it's both ways. Even the husband cannot function independently of her. I don't know what you mean. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There should be a partnership in a marriage, but your whole life shouldn't revolve around your husband. Of course not. Of course not. That's codependency. So this is what we've been talking about. I did ask Kelly that question, and she said that you have to go into a marriage or a union whole. You have to go into it complete and not wait or look for some. Too many women are hoping that their husbands are going to bring them happiness and bring them this perfect life that doesn't exist. Even the guy himself is trying to figure out his own life. So two people who are complete have to come together to make even a better life, right? So I'm not sure I really understood your question, chosen Christian, but I think we've talked about that already. Oh yeah, I see. So you have to watch the replay on YouTube. I'm going to have this on my YouTube because I post all my tea times on my YouTube. So the replay will not be on my Instagram, it will be on my YouTube. So you guys make sure if you missed the beginning where Kelly was here for 30 minutes, you absolutely have to watch it on my YouTube. So if you're not subscribed to my YouTube is my name, Dr. Iyabo Webzo. You can go to my bio and you can see the full spelling of my name on my bio, okay? So guys, that is it. That is it for today. And before I leave, you know, I'm going to remind you guys that tomorrow at 8 a.m., the price for my live masterclass goes up from $399 to $499. I'm going to be teaching how to start and scale an online business fast. Okay? So who wouldn't want to come to that? I feel like every woman who is on this live should invest $399, okay, to come to that live masterclass. Because again, oh, you're welcome, Elizabeth. You're welcome. God bless you. So I believe that every woman on this live should invest $399 because after that masterclass, that is the last low-priced offer I'm going to have. Oh yeah, Patricia, I'm so excited you signed up already. Many women on this live have signed up, but many haven't signed up either. The price is going up tomorrow to $499. It is the last time I'm going to have a low-priced offer, okay? After this live masterclass next month, then it's just my high-ticket clients I'm going to focus on, my high-ticket coaching, and my Live Well Now package is $7,000. That's what it is. It's $696,997. So if you want to catch me at my lowest offer, you better come now. So for the women who are saying I'll catch the next masterclass, there's not going to be a $300 masterclass. Thanks, Dr. Folake. Yes, I'm so glad you signed up. Dr. Jumoke is coming too. I don't know if she's still on here. Distinctly Virginia has signed up already. So quite a number of women have signed up, but many of you have not. Oh, I'm sorry, a call was coming in. So just wanted to give you that reminder. Tomorrow at 8 a.m., you can still sign up even up until 1 hour before the event. You can still sign up. There's no rush, but it will be $499. You'll have to pay $100 extra. So if you're still thinking about it and procrastinating, like we discussed in the beginning of this live, you better bring out your cards, your credit cards, and go and sign up and start to change your life. Start to fight for that life that you want, okay? However, if you'd rather have me one-on-one, that's perfectly fine too. Sign up for my Live Well Now coaching package, which is $7,000, and I will coach you from A to Z on how to set up that business, that purpose-filled business, that mission-driven business that you're going to use to make your mark in this world and monetize it fully to 6 figures, 7 figures, and beyond. It's not going to happen overnight. You heard Kelly, you've heard me many times. It's going to be hard work, but it's worth it in the end. Okay, it's worth it in the end. So guys, love you all. It's going to be Easter weekend, right? It's going to be a lovely weekend. I'm not sure if I'll come back on live. I may come back. You know me, I come back on live spontaneously. So make sure you have your notifications on for my live in case I come back on live this weekend. Happy Easter to you guys. Happy Good Friday. My husband's birthday is on Resurrection Sunday, on Easter Sunday. My husband's birthday is April 4th. His birthday falls on Resurrection Sunday this Sunday. So, yeah, I definitely won't be coming on live on Sunday because you may see my things in my stories. Yeah, check out my stories. But I won't be coming on live on Sunday. I don't even have a tea time plan. But I'll probably come live maybe Friday or Saturday, thereabouts. So, love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. The replay will be on my YouTube in a little while. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Bye, guys.